Today I'm going to tell you what I enjoyed and what I think needs improvement with the speeches, the public speeches that I witnessed over the last month and last night. There's some good things I saw at Toastmasters last night and some things that annoyed me, and I'll be happy to tell you about them. First of all, I went to Clover Park Technical College Board of Trustees meeting last month. The meeting was very formal. Obviously the president, vice president of the college was there, former mayor was there, and a couple other dignitaries. And they sit up front, kind of like 5 judges. They got a chair with a microphone and a table, kind of like this, for you to sit and speak. Luckily, I was asked to speak in front of them. But before I spoke, I got to listen to 2 sets of students come up and speak. One of them was about, thank you, events happening and being planned for the Student Center, which was very interesting. They were very clear, concise, had numbers, had reports, had quotes from other students. That day they had just done the first American Idol. I don't know if anybody went to that. Anybody go to that in the Student Center?
Yeah.
Good morning. Thank you for your participation. Anybody of you go? That went over really big, and they're planning to do another one. The dignitaries in the front asked questions. So it was a little different kind of speech. You had to be prepared. You had to be ready. So of course when I got up there, sat down and talked, I figured no problem. Say what I got to say. I'll be in and out of here. I'm talking about my business teacher. Piece of cake. No. David, how many questions did they ask me? Not 1, not 2, no, 4, 5, 6. Excellent experience. The only thing I didn't like about it, and I know it has to be done, is the parliamentary procedure they go through. I don't know if anyone's been to maybe a homeowners association meeting, some meetings at work. Everything's really formal. This person talks, the master speaker talks, everybody talks to the master speaker, gets handed here, there, you go through this, that, and the other thing, and then finally you get to business. That was a little annoying for me. Toastmasters last night, same way. Now I understand, I've been to meetings, especially homeowners association meetings, where there is no forum or quorum and things get out of hand. The meeting ends rather quickly on a sour note. So I understand why you need to have that. Toastmasters was the same way. It was at Good Sam Hospital. I walked in, I didn't know where I was going, and I ran into a young man named Johnny. No one else was in the building, so I assumed Johnny was there for the meeting, and I asked him that. Yes, he was, so I followed him there. I took advantage of this because before I got there, I decided that whoever I spoke to first at this meeting, I would interview, so I got to sit down 5 minutes before the meeting to interview him. I found out that Johnny was a newbie and was doing his first speech last night. So, the thing I really liked about Johnny was he was confident, yet I could tell he was a little worried as I spoke to him before his speech. He got up to do his speech, and the first thing I noticed was he had no notes. And this is a 4 to 6 minute speech about, they call it the icebreaker speech. He needs to talk a little bit about himself, and they give you a topic, and his topic was what's in a name. And let me try and quote from memory how he started. He said hello to everybody, and then he said, picture this, you're in a hospital. You go upstairs, there's a big room, there's a lady in a bed, getting ready to give birth. She's laying there sweating, screaming, moaning, and then breathing. Now, I could see this in my head. He was doing a great job. So there's a guy. His name's Johnny Lee Harris. Before the meeting, they have a word. that you need to use in your speeches if you get it. Penchant was the word. Johnny said this guy had a penchant for flashy dressing. 70s, he's wearing bell bottoms and platform shoes. He's got his shirt undone. He's got a gold chain. He's looking good. So I can picture this all in my head. Next thing I know, baby's delivered. He tells us the baby's not breathing. Everyone in the room's quiet. So the nurses go up to the mom, try and relax her, ask, do you have a name for your baby? She said, yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I'm going to name him Jermaine. So it's real quiet. All of a sudden the door opens. Johnny Lee Harris walks in. He hears Jermaine, and he walks up. I don't think so, honey. This boy is going to be Johnny Lee Harris Jr. And as soon as he said that, that baby started crying. Woke up, started crying. And Johnny Lee Harris, the man giving the speech, told us right then, I am a victim of a bad name. I thought that was awesome. No notes, he went through it, 6 minutes, right on. Excellent. Second speech was Wayne. He did a PowerPoint on climbing Mount Rainier, which was totally fascinating, supposed to be 5 to 7 minutes. He went 13 minutes. So after everybody's speeches, they did some impromptu speeches. And of course they asked me to speak. I got global warming. And I was voted tied for best impromptu speech, which I totally BS'd, as I'm doing now. But anyway, Wayne went 13 minutes. After all the speeches, they evaluated and they talked, and it was very interesting. I got to meet many great people. Now, in conclusion, I've told you about what I enjoyed and the things that I thought could use improvement with the speeches.